Alright, welcome to Fallout. It's been a while. How's everyone doing? Are you all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Wanted to make sure. So,
Eh.
valid. Last time, y'all had, or at least some of y'all had met the Sunsetters. In particular, you found out about the one that killed one of the Greensleeves, and apparently that motherfucker went in the direction you guys were heading anyway, which is to the New Vegas Strip, and wouldn't you know it, it's been a long time coming. But you've made it to the gates to Freeside. And Freeside is that which surrounds, or at least leads to, the New Vegas Strip. So, you make it to the gates, and through them you go. Orion seems pretty dead set on getting you guys to the Strip without any interruptions, but you can look around as you're being dragged in the cart. You can see buildings, people. Some people are sitting on the sidewalks, others are just walking around talking. It seems like a fairly civilized place comparatively to a lot of other places in the wasteland. A lot of genuine society here. It's well kept. You imagine that probably has something to do with all the power and the money that comes from the Strip to Freeside. You can see a few places. A couple of casinos, some shops. There's Ralph and Mix, there's the Silver Rush. There's a few other places. There's a hotel and casino. But none of it really matters. As you're continuing on, you make it to a path. Lining this path are some other buildings. One of them is called the King's School of Impersonation. That one looks pretty interesting. It's got some bright lights on it. But you make it to a door that you can tell leads to New Vegas because you can see the buildings past the gate. Orion approaches a big fucking robot. Honking thing. Fucking big boxy thing on a wheel. And it has a screen, and on that screen projected is a face. That face looks like a soldier. The robot looks at Orion for a second and just says, "Welcome back," before rolling aside, and Orion leads you guys into what many people consider the grand jewel of the Mojave, the oasis in the desert, New Vegas. It is as bright and colorful and, well, as over the top as anyone could ever really make it out to be. The buildings have bright lights, people are hustling and bustling to and from casino to casino, places of entertainment all offering their own various things to various audiences. You can see some drunk people stumbling around, which is funny, because it's like the middle of the day. You should not be drunk at this time of day. And yet, when you're in Vegas, I mean, who's gonna stop you? You're led to one of the first buildings on the Strip, though, so you don't have a lot of time to marvel at everything further along. A giant building, the biggest one on the Strip. A big tower called the Lucky 38. Would anyone here like to roll for me something like Street Smarts to see if you know anything about the Lucky 38?
Oh, I want
I
to.
can do that.
You know,
Sure.
I'm trying to remember how do rolls work. I'm trying to remember.
Roll me a d20.
Well, no, I'm talking about like, is it a roll below or a
Yeah,
roll?
if it's within your number.
I'm not rolling for Snuffles.
Correct.
Snuffles is a simple creature.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I did not get it.
By the skin of his ass.
Fucking 20, which is like shit in this game.
Doesn't it suck when you roll a 20 in a game where 20 is a critical fail?
Doesn't it suck when you roll 2 6s in a game that doesn't count 2
I
6s?
fucking hate it. No, talk me, I'm angry.
Alright, so who got it? We have Kevin.
Just barely.
We have Kevin. How did Millward do?
He failed.
Did everyone but Kevin fail?
Let me see, because that's
Oh no.
as far as I can remember, 7 plus 5 is 12, and he got 13.
Yep,
So,
yep, you failed. There,
Yeah.
you feel like you should know something, but it's just not coming to you, Makia. Most of
he
you,
hasn't been here a while.
yeah, most of you like have vague, basic knowledge of, oh, the Lucky 38. That's like the biggest casino on the strip because it's run by the person who owns the strip. Kevin.
Can I just say, OJ like has no fucking clue. They're just looking at that and they're just shrugging because they're just. I don't give a shit. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you're
the
so
fuck.
valid. You're so valid, OJ. But Kevin. So, you know about the Lucky 38. Because, I mean, you've been to the strip before, ages ago, but you were there. What strikes you as interesting is how different it is. Back when you were in the Mojave, people weren't allowed near this place. See, that was the interesting thing about it. The Lucky 38 back then was not a bustling, busy place. It wasn't popular. It was mysterious. It was a monument to a man unknown by anyone. The previous owner. Nobody really knows how the current owner pulled it off, but they did take ownership of the Lucky 38 from the old one. A man named Mr. House. And you know that ever since then, this place that was once locked to all human contact had its doors opened. And nothing's ever been quite the same on the strip. You just get that feeling. Orion stops the cart in front of the Lucky 38, hops off his big ol' horsey, his big slippy, and he looks into the cart and he's like, out.
All right.
Snuffles.
Now it climbs out.
Yep, he just got an unusual spring as he just jumps out, kind of cracks his knuckles in his neck for a bit. He's like, "All right, been a while."
Kevin hops out.
Orion motions to the building and just goes like, there's an elevator. Take it to top floor. I'm not sticking around. I've got to go check on some people.
Really appreciate you carrying our crosses here.
You'll probably see more of me when you need to get around the wasteland again, but I guess tell 6 I said hi. Yes, Snuffles is allowed to follow. Yes.
Okay. Before OJ heads into the like building, they go up to Orion and like hand him an orange before giving a pat on the back. Like a thank you sort of.
Orion looks at you and he offers the smallest smile. Before staring directly into your eyes, he takes a bite straight into the orange, peel and all.
You can't see it, but OJ just died inside.
His smile went from looking like something soft and genuine to something very, very smug. With that, he hops back on his horsey and rides the cart off further down the strip. You guys are left in front of the Lucky 38.
Can Snuffles go on ahead and out of curiosity?
Yes, you can.
No, if Snuffles moves forward, Milled's right next to him, so he will not let this little animal go in alone. So he's walking.
So, you two are heading to the Lucky 38's doors. Do y'all follow, or do you just... You guys are free to go do your own fucking thing. I'm gonna tell you up front.
Bro, I'm going already. OJ's
Like, Makia follows, but not without, like, sort of doing the weird walk where he, like, turns himself around and walks backwards a little bit to look around before walking forward.
You know, Alright, since you're looking around, roll me an investigate.
Okay, better get a 10 or lower. I'm just not gonna get it. Oh, wow, he got it. Okay.
So, as you're looking around, you see, all the different people talking on the edge of sidewalks. You see some, Now, y'all know this is an adult game, and you've reached the most over the top part of the wastelands. I'm going to tell you up front. You do see some exotic dancers. You do see some people trying to get attention to a certain casino called Gamora. They're wearing way less clothing than most people would, but they seem perfectly happy with it. As you're looking around, though, you do see someone watching you from a little bit away. Just across the street. The eyes are on the whole group, but they do flick to you for a moment. And your eyes lock, and the man knows he's been spotted. So he just shrugs and waves and looks away as casually as he can to make it look as if he wasn't just staring at your group. The man has short, very brown hair. So dark brown that it's practically black. He's got a bit of a thicker build. What you can notice about him is the NCR fatigues. But it's not too surprising. NCR have always been allowed on the strip. Still, the man casually looks away and goes off about his business.
After noticing this key detail, I don't know how many people actually noticed that, like, while he's walking back, he stops on his heel for a second, and his hand just kind of hovers over his holster for a second.
I want to
Before,
say
before, like, easing up a bit.
OJ does actually catch that. Like, as much as they said they're gone, they're not really gone. They're a bit of a slower walker, so they do actually kind of notice that. And then they tap on Makia's shoulder and kind of just like shrug.
I'll say that OJ, if nothing else, noticed like Makia tense up instead of noticing the man. Because Makia had to roll to notice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They just notice like Makia tensing upward.
Yeah. And OJ can't really, I guess, hear much of what he makes out, except he can hear him just say some shit under his breath a little bit before turning around. Fucking show him, fucking piece of shit. What? Oh. Yeah, right.
Yeah, OJ just kind of tilts their head at Maki.
Fucking come on to me. Fucking big tail. Fucking pig.
Maki is literally just mumbling to himself as they go in.
Yeah. He's I don't know if anybody can hear some of the things he's saying. It's mostly unintelligible.
Okay, for a comedic thing, I want to say OJ shrugs at the camera.
OJ does The Office.
So you guys do make it into the Lucky 38, and it is very fancy. You see people, it's a casino. People are gambling in various ways. You see tables at one end set up with people playing what looks to be a card game, but not anything like blackjack or poker. You can roll street smarts to see, but it is just flavor text, like to see if you know what the card game is.
Makia knows. Just barely knows, but he knows.
Alright, so
Nope.
Damn it, I know what it is, but OJ doesn't!
Snuffles will not roll. So, the only one who got it is Makia. So, Makia, you recognize the game. It's a pretty popular game for traders and merchants because it's a game you can play without a full deck and with any cards that you own. It's a little game called Caravan. And it's very weird to see it being played in a casino because it's a very not official game. But you figure they probably set up rules to let Caravan be played here. The other really interesting thing about this place, apart from, the gambling, the fact that Caravan's being played, you can see a bar area in the other side of the big room. Something about that bar strikes you as strange, just as much as the rest does. All of the staff is robotic. All of the staff. You see Mr. Handy Units floating around, talking to people, helping serve them. You see some Securitrons as, well, security in some of the corners. And at the bar, you see a Securitron serving people at, the bar table, but not a normal one. A normal one would be way too big. No. Rolling around on the bar table, going from person to person, is a miniature Securitron. This place is bustling with just as much robotic activity as it is with people. At this point, I will just tell you up front, there's the main floor, there's the bar area, and near the bar area is an area with tables for people to just sit and eat. There's the games, there's that area, and then there's what looks to be the pillar in the middle with the elevator. So that is your current lay of the land.
Can Snuffles? I want to imagine Snuffles is drawn towards the bar, with probably from the lights. Or
Snuffles want to drink.
Snuffles want to drink.
Do not give baby alcohol.
I want to say that.
Let me say Millward first, but then OJ.
Sorry. He just kind of would look at the others and ask, are you guys hungry? Do you want to, eat before we continue?
OJ kind of shrugs at that, but they look over at Mr. Six, and then they point over at like the Mr. Handies, and they're just like, kind of like a, hey, you look, it's you. Oh no, I can't hear Gem.
Gem turns green, but we hear nothing. F.
Get your Gem again. Gem, your mic. What happened?
What happened?
What happened? Oh, it's a frog.
A frog. Glort.
Oh, no, not Glort.
Glort.
Yeah, you went mute again, bud. Can you speak?
Can you speak?
Yeah, we can't hear shit, bro. You turn green, but we can't hear shit.
I can't hear.
The thing is lighting up. It's just oh. Hello. Oh no.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Still nothing.
6 is dead.
6 is
6 is having technical difficulties.
6's voice box does not work.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yep.
Okay, so OJ looked at Mr. Six and pointed at the other Mr. Handies and was like, look.
Okay, so Six would have like looked over, rolled his eyes, just immediately says like, you know, I wouldn't have expected anyone but me to have made it this far.
I'm gonna NPC the other party members for now, but essentially, Squish is very unamused and probably protectively holding Quackbait. And I imagine that Muriel is also probably sticking close to Squish. Meanwhile, Lovebird is just taking in the atmosphere like, well, I don't know about you, Millbird, but I'm starving. So I think your
Hell yeah,
suggestion's
let's
really
go.
good.
Hell yeah.
And he kind of looks at OJ like, want to get something else in your system that isn't an orange for once?
OJ gives a thumbs up.
He looks at Kevin. It's like, what about you, Short Stack?
Oh, sure, yeah, I guess.
Come on, we made it to New Vegas. You can't be a sour spot even now.
Not being a sour spot.
I'm just asking if you could lighten up. I mean, come on, there's nothing to be afraid of here. This is the most protected place in the Mojave.
Yeah, he's just being normal. Let him be. Yeah. Also, he kind of like he like sticks his pointer finger over at Mr. Six, and he's like, "By the way, thanks for the vote of confidence."
Huh?
So, with that, you wanted to lead. Do y'all want to approach the bar area?
I wanted to approach the bar area.
Oh my god, Snuffles. Snuffles is
Gotta
approaching
get
before
the
anyone
frickin'
else.
snooze.
Drink.
Snuffles approached while you all were talking. So you guys do hear some cries of surprise and people backing away from the bar at the sight of the baby Deathclaw. And you guys hear that little Securitron at the bar that was like serving people, went from talking to people to be like, holy fucking Jesus, oh, okay, God, Six is letting them in now, huh?
Millard rushes over and like, it's okay, it's with us, it's friendly.
Friendly, huh? Sure. You know what?
Like a
I've
big old
seen
puppy.
weirder. Yeah, no, I've seen weirder. I've seen dogs with robot legs and robot brains, and I've seen dogs with like that one. And the little Securitron points at Muriel, the Night Stalker, and is just like, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, so, a death claw isn't too weird, I guess. I don't gotta worry about it eating me. I've got solid armor and plating. Just don't let it eat any of the patrons. At least not in the strip. I don't really care what it does outside of the strip, but the strip, you'll get in trouble.
Snuffles just.
We'll keep a close eye on him. Millard's looking down at it, and Snuffles is like, we need to get you a freaking leash.
Snuffles looks at Millor and gives like a little snort.
Aw, you're just a big puppy. He pats him.
Snuffles appreciates the paps.
So I will show you a picture. I don't have like NPC art, but this is a canon character, so I can literally show you a screen cap of him.
Okay.
The little Securitron looks like this.
My son.
Oh,
Oh no, it's so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Baby.
Good.
can I say that Snuffles is like a little sneak at like this mini Securitron? Just like curious.
Okay, a little too close. Get your fucking nose out of my face. What do you want?
Makia just kind of casually and very calmly sits on one of the stools, and he's just like, "What you got in the name of what you got in the way of food?"
Oh, we've got cooks back there. Let me grab this. And he wheels off and comes back with like a little paper menu. It's all pretty easy stuff. I didn't actually make a menu in advance, but I'd say a lot of the meats are either mole rat or gecko, just because they're the easiest to get. Uh, Deathclaw is the most expensive, obviously.
Yeah,
Gonna eat some fucking Deathclaw in front of our baby Deathclaw.
ramen is probably middle of the road.
Oh my god.
But they all come with accompaniments of freshly grown vegetables and or fruits. And what's most interesting is that homemade Sunset Sarsaparilla is actually a menu drink.
Homemade.
He's perusing the menu and he's like, okay, shit, I haven't. Fuck no, I don't need. Okay. I'll take the what the fuck is that? I'll take the what the fuck is that? Stew?
All right, and
Stew?
yeah,
Ramen meat? Sunset sarsaparilla.
all right. You can see he's You would think, normally waiters have like a pen and paper, but then you realize he's a robot, so he can probably literally just memorize it in his code. Like, oh yeah, that's what they ordered. So he looks at the others and he's like, take a seat. Anyone want drinks or something? Well, that's I literally just sent that order back to the cooks. Yeah, we're all connected. It's weird, sharing a robot mind. I mean, I have a personal mind, but then we also can just, hey, I'm gonna send code directly into your weird robot brain. We're all very weird. I'm talking too much about what it's like to be a robot. Anyway.
Just like a snort.
So he he offers the, menus to everyone else too, and you all can order whatever you'd like. I'll say that the food is actually like covered because he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, wait a second, you're those guys that got hired, right? I'm pretty sure that Six would kill me if I actually like charged you for this. So go ahead and get what you want."
Oh, thank God. Millard was looking at the prices because he's really not carrying a lot anymore. And something simple, drink and burger. He will actually order something for Snuffles to eat, not Deathclaw.
Oh.
You just get like some tiny little meat bits.
Try giving it,
Yeah, he's
try
just
giving
like,
it some fucking mole rat. That meat's like fatty. I think he'd like it.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Mole rat, good puppy.
He looks down at Snuffles. You want mole rat?
Sniffles' eyes widen a bit at the name of mole rat.
Oh, you understand that? Yeah, we'll get you some mole rat. He pats him again.
Sniffle gives a content snort.
Snoof, snoof, snoof. So, you guys sit down. Eventually, the food comes out. Again, handed to you by Mr. Handies. One of them actually looks at Mr. Six and waves a bit like, "Hello there!"
Hello.
The handy butt floats away happily, just clearly wanted to say hi, like, to a kindred spirit before going off back to work. And you guys are eating, and while you are, well, I'm gonna roll a die to see which thing of two things could happen.
Oh fuck. Could roll a percentile die, roll high. Yeah.
Oh my.
So, you guys aren't the only ones sitting there eating. There's people around you. You guys can hear people talking and hear, stuff like gossip, all that. I want everyone to roll me investigate.
Okay.
Everybody?
Y'all all got fucking ears.
Well,
Excuse me.
I just barely got it.
Just close. No,
I got it.
okay.
Oh, OJ heard that.
Man.
Who succeeded?
I succeeded.
6.
Barely.
I got a 5, so I super succeeded that.
Kevin succeeded.
Snuffles
barely.
failed.
I just barely made it.
Excited over the food.
Yeah, Snuffles is eating.
Snuffles is eating. He doesn't care about the gossip. He's but a simple creature.
So, as you guys are eating, you hear words here and there. Some of them hush, some of them none of them seem to really catch attention. Until you hear one that's really not as hushed as it would like to be. Just, I think I'm gonna go for it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I just don't have anything to give the guy. I don't think he'd kill me over that. Are you serious? If it's fucking real, you're going out to meet an assassin. And for what? Just to prove a point? Well, look, maybe I could find what he wants to know. Dude, he wants to know about some old Legion fucks. They haven't been around in ages. Who the fuck's... I don't even remember what names he's asking for anyway. All the Legion names sound made up anyway. Oh yeah, true. I mean, Caesar. Fucking... But I know the names. Maybe I could, like, I don't know, talk to him and, like, see if I could help him. Buddy, if he knew anything, he wouldn't be putting out an open call to people to find out more about these missing Legion folk. That's true. What were the names? Valentinus, Felix, Timidus. Those were the 3 names. Huh. And what did he want? Like, did he just say, tell me what you know about these Legion people? He said to meet him out there at midnight, or as close to it as you can, when you can see the lights of the strip from up on that hill, and he would come by. And if he had information, he'd pay you big. Not even just money. He'd do anything. What? What do you want from an assassin? I don't know. Maybe it's nice to have someone in your debt. Oh my god, you're fucking insane. The conversation continues, but essentially, there's an assassin looking for information on missing Legion soldiers. That's about all you can glean. It's at this point that you all hear, or rather see and hear, a Securitron roll up behind you guys. And he says, well, howdy there.
Hello.
And jumps like almost out of his seat.
OJ like whipped around.
Six just turns his eyes around.
Snuffles just keeps eating his food.
Makia is entirely not phased. He just like picks up the bowl and holds it in his hand, and he like takes the spoon with his other hand, and he just fucking swivels his like bar stool around to see him. Hey.
You see a Securitron, a big normal-sized one, with this face on the screen. I put it in the wrong chat, but it's okay.
Oh.
Oh!
What's
He's
the
like,
roll to see if you know someone?
let me think on that.
Would that be
Feel
street
like
smarts?
I feel like that would be street smarts or investigate.
I'll go
It is
street
entirely up to you.
because he's higher than that. He's higher with that.
Just try and
What?
God.
What just happened?
You know who the fuck this is. You know who this is.
Wait, what is the role?
I think it was Investigator Street Smarts.
They were
Yeah.
street smarts. Investigator street smarts is what I did. So Mac in the like in between eating and doing stuff, he just like stops for a second. He apparently instantly recognized that voice, and he's just like, "Oh, hi Vic."
So, are you establishing that Makia's met him?
Yes.
Oh boy. Can you tell me when they would have met and how?
A while ago, when Makia was still a what you call it, a well established bounty hunter, among other things.
They've probably
So
just run across each other in their travels. You know,
yeah,
at one point, Six, the leader of the strip currently, was also a bounty hunter, so it could be entirely possible that just through that. But Victor does recognize you. He's the kind of guy to remember any face, and he's like, well, shoot, if it ain't Mac. How you doing there, buddy?
not too badly.
I can tell. You've ordered something nice and tasty.
Well, I ain't had Brahmin stew in a while. You know, it's to just get something bougie.
He looks at the others. He's like, "Well, I had no idea Six hired you. I mean, I was told to look for some peculiar folks here. Said you'd be arriving today, and you all stand out quite a bunch. But it's always nice to see a familiar face."
And likewise. Yeah. But
So
what happened? But Vic, Platinum Prim, that's between us, yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah. All right.
Now, Mr. Six also succeeded, I believe, yes?
Yeah.
So, you know him solely through a different thing about Vic. Victor is kind of known to people as being one of the two heads of security on the strip, like, responsible for the security. So, people have talked about Vic, that nice Securitron, friendly guy, he'll always give you a second chance. And they've talked about how absolutely fucking ruthless he is when you mess up that second chance. The guy is friendly and warm and terrifying.
Oh. Six isn't even gonna say anything. He's just watching.
So Victor looks at you all and is like, well, I don't want to go making you guys rush or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure you got here okay. Orion reported and said you guys made it to the strip, so I felt it was my job to make sure you all came here smoothly.
Can I say
We did
Barbara?
actually.
Oh, you go ahead.
What's up, Snuffles?
I'm sorry. I was just saying that Snuffles finally looks over. Probably finished eating. Just like a little snort. Like a snort question mark at this person or this Victor that came in.
Oh, well, ain't you a cute little thing? And Victor, very friendly with his big robotic hand, gives Snuffles a pat. Gently, because of robot hand, but pat.
Snuffles takes the paps.
Well behaved. Shockingly so. Wow. Y'all really wrangled a Deathclaw.
So far.
Not.
I suspect
I mean,
he had previous owners.
yeah, we just kind of found it.
I only got one other person who managed to wrangle a Deathclaw, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all know him already, huh? After all, you did come from Nithin.
Oh yes.
Brutus.
Yeah, decent man.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming over here to make sure you were okay was kind of a bit of an excuse. I actually had a kind of strange favor to ask.
Oh.
Now, y'all don't have to go out of your way to do this if you don't want to, but I'd be willing to pay. I have
OJ perks up at that.
I have something that I need delivered to a place outside the Mojave. Not anytime soon, necessarily, just sometime. It's it's a letter. Have you guys ever heard of a place called Zion Valley?
Can we roll to see for that?
Yes, that would probably be either street smarts or investigate.
Yeah. Makia does, in fact, know.
Six
Oh my
knows. Six got one.
Okay, OJ.
Should I roll? Or
Do it. Hey, why not?
okay.
Watch as Snuffles gets a 1.
Right?
No word.
I'm gonna chalk Kevin's failure up to just his constant being upsetness.
I don't know if I should do investigate or street smarts though.
Mm.
I feel like it would be more fitting for Snuffles to do investigate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, whichever stat your highest stat.
He actually got it.
See, there you go.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I am going to say that while this is happening, Makia kind of he perks one of his eyebrows for a second. He's like, "I'm going to visit the Mormons, are we?"
Ah, yeah, you heard the stories, huh? Man's not so much in hiding anymore.
Could be fun.
Funnily enough, what I actually have to deliver is something you'd have to take straight to him.
No shit.
Yeah, you keep up with the guy? He's actually... Well, here. Victor pulls out of a compartment in, like, he's got this little chunky, like, his robot arm has, like, a compartment. He pulls it out. He pulls out a letter and holds it out gingerly with his massive robot claws to you, Makia. And he says, nowadays, Graham's got himself a bit of someone close to him. Two of them, they're pretty happy out in the valley, but that other person happens to be someone very close to 6. I need this delivered to them, both of them.
It's the worst that could happen.
Yao Guai. And you can tell he's answering honestly.
That
Ugh.
right, I forgot you're a robot. You can't answer rhetorical. Okay. And
Hey,
he
now,
just
that ain't nothing to do with a rhetorical question. That's me having a sense of humor. And he very, very gently taps you on the head with, like, a robot claw, as if to, like, pap you. Like, hey, don't be a shithead.
he just kind of he just very with his robot arm can hear the kind of clicking just and he just goes and it just puts it in his pocket. Wish I could make more clicking noises with my tongue, but for some reason I can't.
You're so valid. Victor seems very appreciative, just like, no, you guys don't gotta make time, but if you did, I'd appreciate it. I mean, besides, Zion's lovely this time of year. Beautiful place, really.
Apparently, we're going to be going all around the place, so we may as well, right?
No harm in going to visit.
Excellent. Well, you guys keep taking your time. I won't distract you too much longer, but when you're done, you ought to go up and see 6. They've been waiting, and they're real excited to meet you.
6 keeps like his eyes keep bouncing every time somebody says 6, but it's not him.
Sniffles just snorts.
Snort. So, at this point, I'm not gonna have you roll for it because I wanna go straight into making it happen. You guys notice one by one. I don't know who notices first. But you look around and you realize someone is missing from the group. And that's that one courier that joined you a bit ago. Ash. Ashburn. When you look around, you can't find him. But just outside the Lucky 38, you guys hear a dog bark.
6. is up.
OJ's curious.
6 is going.
Snuffles is gonna go and look. Be curious.
OJ's looking between the food and outside. They go outside.
Kevin
No
doesn't
one's
want to be
eating.
left by himself, so he's gonna follow.
I
You
mean,
have-
Millard was gonna hang out.
Oh, no. F's for Kevin. So, to those of you who go outside, you see before you an interesting sight. Who keeps fucking setting off fireworks outside? Jesus, do you hear that boom as it goes off?
Don't worry, it's
you.
just some ruffians in New Vegas.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they're fucking.
So,
There's a gunfight going on
yeah.
across New Vegas. It's fine. So,
Having a shootout.
yeah, it's fine. Actually, you know what? No, you hear that noise as you exit. And when you look outside, you see an interesting sight. You see the coat of Ashburn. Just the coat. Smoke is coming out from under it. And right beside it, you see a dog. A little wiener dog. In the
6 goes
distance,
for
you
the
see a
dog.
man in a trench coat and a cool hat with a smoking gun. And he disappears from sight into the crowd.
6 is going for the dog.
Sniffles is going to approach. Curious sniffs.
God, yeah, OJ's gonna approach the dog. Like, they glanced over at the person who was like running, but they're like, oh, it's not worth it to pursue it. Not in this.
Stop, bitches. I'm gonna say that at the sight of people coming closer to Vienna, that Vienna actually does the smart stranger danger thing and backs off.
Snuffles is going to keep approaching because he is a baby. He doesn't know better.
Oh no.
Can
Uh,
No, you
well,
go.
if anyone's gonna get closer, then Vienna's gonna just start barking. I think Vienna's barking at this point.
can would the animal friend perk help 6 in
Yes,
being
it
able
would.
he wants to try and befriend dog.
So, with Animal Friend, I need you to roll an empathy roll.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I want to say OJ like approaches a coat, and they're gonna like pick it up.
Underneath is but a pile of ash.
Damn. I'm gonna loot.
Looting the ashes?
What kind of
The
what kind of
coat. I thought it had pockets. The coat.
Yeah, it has pockets.
What kind of code?
It was like just a long, like, kind of trench coaty type of thing. But as you check the pockets,
Not
you find the caps have been eradicated too. There's nothing to salvage.
I. OJ throws down the ashes in a like a kind of a frustrated like, shit, god damn. And they give a huff. Also, they throw down the coat too.
How strange indeed. How strange indeed. At this point, if I had the sting for like when a Wild Wasteland event happens, I would hit the audio cue for it, but Wild Wasteland. So so 6, you just got 15, and that is exactly what you needed. So Vienna, you're barking because strangers approaching. But Mr. 6, the robot, is approaching, and with the help of his perk animal friend, he puts forth a very, very calming aura. Like, he's putting forth this full intention of like, I am a friendly entity. I am not going to hurt you. The gentle hands out offering to let you like sniff and get acquainted. Like, no, no, no. I am good. I am friend. Please take sniff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Vienna sniffs at the hands, and there is a pause for a moment, as all dogs do, before he turns around, and it looks like he's about to leave. It really does look like he's about to walk away from a 6, but he lifts up his leg and he pees on the hand.
Six is stunned.
I take everyone else is seeing this.
Absolutely, Makia is saying this.
Oh, OJ is
Sniffles.
making a wincing face.
Kevin's nose just kind of crinkles and he's like, oh.
Six
Snoop.
definitely pulls his hand away as fast as he can, just like, what the?
Makia's just like, he just shrugs like,
Lovebird's trying not to laugh.
Well, Vienna's good now. Vienna's satisfied. He's not barking anymore.
Six takes off the glove. He's not. Six just takes off his gloves. He is not dealing with.
Well, Lovebird approaches now and like leans down very gently, like, got it out of your system? You good?
Vienna plops on the floor like a good boy. Yeah, he's good.
Aww.
I think at this point, Millard would have come out like, geez, those guys have been out there for a while. He's like, shit, is that a dog?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
pet that good boy.
doggy. It's a doggy. Oh, and it's a
Oh,
little
man.
weenie. Hello, little weenie. Look at how long you are.
I genuinely haven't seen a dog like this in years.
Hot dog.
Why does it look like that?
Oh, they looked like this all the time.
More importantly, why does it have a pit boy?
Oh yes, that.
Snuffles.
OJ looks
wants
at
to
their own
approach.
Pip Boy.
Snuffle
Sorry.
wants to approach and give sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniff, sniff to the wiener.
Vienna accepts the sniffs and does it in return. However, due to the consequence of plopping down with a heavy ass metal fucking like Pip Boy on his back, it's kind of just laying in place and wiggling really awkwardly.
Six put him like grab Vienna and put them on their legs, like help them up, because it looks like they want to move.
I think stranger. Yes. Now that he's back up and walking, he's doing the dog thing. You know, when you circle around the other animal and you try to sniff its ass. Yeah.
Oh my god. I was just kind of turns around and just like seeing Venus sniffing circling around. I'm just curious.
Who puts a pit boy on a dog?
Who leaves
It's
their
a,
dog out?
it's a, it's a, it's a pup boy.
But no, seriously, why would anyone do this? The dog is almost as big as the pit bull.
Boo, whore, laugh.
What was it?
OJ looks at whoever. Wait,
Maki?
hold on. Was it Lovebird that made the joke?
Yes.
OJ looks at Lovebird with a annoyed or as annoyed as they could be with no real expression, but you can feel the "I'm going to punch you."
Makia just sort of looks at him and looks back at the dog, completely stone faced, and just said, "If it weren't for the rules of this town, I'd have fucking shot you."
Oh, and then what?
I would have just shot you.
I mean, had it not be for the confusing
Over
visuals,
that?
I actually think that joke's kind of funny.
So, you guys are out here. Vienna, you have a choice now. Do you stay with these strangers? They're being nice to you.
Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not?
Wait, you know what? I have an idea for what would convince Vienna. So, Lovebird looks at you guys and is like, everybody stay here, I'll be right back. And runs inside the Lucky 38, comes back out with. Now, he had not finished his meal. He comes back out with a piece of meat that he had not finished. One that was already cut up to be bite sized, but offers this nicely cooked meat to Vienna, like, would you like a bite?
Yeah, give him that fucking food. Yeah, he goes over and eats it.
Oh, oh my gosh, we have to keep this
Oh.
dog.
Oh man. God, it's so cute.
Do you have a name, little friend? Do you have a name, or do we get to name you? I want to name you Old Wrinkles.
Maybe the name is on the Pip-Boy? I don't know how these things work.
Don't you guys think we have enough animals?
But
Wait.
it's a puppy. He's kneeling down and papping Vienna and looking up at Kevin like with big eyes like, but puppy.
Wait, OJ does have a pit boy. Like, they don't really know how to use it that well, but can they try to see if there's a on the pit boy?
Yeah, you can like mess with the Pip-Boy on the puppy.
First, I'm gonna probably pet Vienna.
Yeah,
Everyone's
he accepts
taking
those
turns. Everyone's taking turns petting Vienna, like pet, 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 pet.
Makia
Yeah,
just
he's a-
kind of looks at Kevin and he's like, "You got outvoted."
Give me them fucking pets. I'm a lap dog. Give me that shit.
So Vienna, I have no idea how Vienna got the Pip-Boy, but I just had the vivid idea in my mind that the Pip-Boy is somehow connected to Vienna, like the collars on the dogs from Up that would like project a voice through a speaker. So I was just imagining Vienna literally saying like, fucking pet me, I'm a lapdog. Through the Pip-Boy.
I love that.
Wait, does that actually happen?
Now let that be a function that someone has to enable. Since he's deaf, he's just speaking his mind. He doesn't know what the fuck is up. He's just saying shit.
Well, I don't think Millward is gonna exactly activate that, but he is like looking at the Pip-Boy to see if there's a name on the screen, like kind of poking at it. He hasn't had the opportunity to mess with a Pip-Boy yet. So
Dawn, do I have full reign to talk about what's on the Pip-Boy? Or did you have
Yeah,
something
go
in
ahead.
mind?
I ain't got shit. I just want to make a dog.
Alright. So, on the Pip-Boy, normally when there's a Pip-Boy attached to someone, it shows their vitals, and those vitals are shown through the little icon of the Vault Boy. The iconic mascot of Vault-Tec, creators of the Pip-Boy. For this, it is a puppy, not a Vault Boy, a Vault Dog, a puppy. Little dog vitals. The dog vitals are good. And as you navigate from tab to tab on the Pip-Boy, one of the tabs does, in fact, say Vienna.
He looks up at the others. Guys, you'll never guess what his name is. He smushes the dog a little, and he's like, Vienna!
Like the sausage?
Yeah. Millard's super stoked about this dog.
OJ kind of lets out a snort.
He's a little wiener dog. Need Vienna.
You can see that like Makia actually kind of cracks a smile for a second and just kind of does a little snort thing. That's a fucking cruel name.
Cool, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, you want to know what a real wastelander's like? Maybe you should have visited the Ultralux in its heyday. I could tell you. Anyway.
What? I didn't ask about a wastelander.
Never mind. Anyway.
Millard looks away to wipe away the tears because the dog was too cute.
Also, I'm tempted to enable that feature on Vienna, but I'm not sure if OJ like can.
It depends on how well you can navigate the Pip-Boy. I guess the way to figure that out would be book smarts.
Oh boy. Nope.
Alright, you don't know shit. So, with that, you guys now have Puppy.
Can Snuffles like approach, or was it? Can Snuffles just like sniff at that Pip-Boy Vina has? Probably just like sniffing at it, curious.
You accidentally tap the screen with your nose and it goes to a different tab on the Pip-Boy.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know what? Snuffles doesn't. Snuffles doesn't. Also, wrong chat, but Snuffles does not.
Oh.
With that, you guys have a new party member. And you lost an old one, but nobody gives a shit about that because there's a puppy. So, you guys move on. What would you like to do? You do have pressing matters to attend to, but you also have the entirety of both the Strip and Freeside to investigate. Would you like to get pressing matters done first? Or, well, you could go just about anywhere. Actually,
Millward would want to get the job done and do the play after.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually same here.
That's actually good for me because the sooner you do that, the sooner I establish where you guys get to stay, because you guys don't just stay in the street. There is actually a place where you guys are going to be fucking staying. So, this is the DM asking you, please do the plot first.
Don't worry, it's within my character to do so. Yeehaw, let's go.
Most of you are
Kevin just doesn't
responsible.
want to be outside.
Maki follows what the rest of them are doing.
Would Vienna allow Millward to carry him?
Yes, because he's a lapdog. But he does the thing. But because he's such a long wiener dog, it's probably really awkward, and he probably slips out of your hands like the first time because he like doesn't realize you're trying to pick him up.
Long cat,
God.
long cat.
Long cat.
He gets away. He's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna drop you." Pat, pat. Let's try again.
Earn
That-
one whole dog. Put it in your inventory now.
Yeah.
So you guys head in, all that stuff. I'm expediting this because I want to get to a break point. So y'all do finally go to that elevator. Oh my god, stop making big bangs! Anyway, so
Mood.
y'all go into the elevator and you head up to the top floor of the Lucky 38. And when you exit, you guys are greeted by another Securitron. This one, his face is bright and smiling and kind of cartoonish. But he looks at you all and he's like, "Hey, hi there, good to meet ya."
Hello.
He's waving, he's like, "Man, this is a pretty big group of people." You know, I told Six that they should probably hire a little less considering the high reward that they promised, but oh well. At least a lot of people means the job will get done.
Here's hoping.
He seems a little passive aggressive, but that could also just be the fact that he sounds like he naturally has a very upbeat voice. Like, too upbeat. You can't tell.
Sniffles just sniffs.
It goes over Millard's head. He doesn't give a shit. He's got a puppy.
Well, I suppose I should take you guys to the boss. Come on. And he motions for you to follow him as he wheels along. He's like, "You're probably going to be seeing me a little bit more often now that you're actually here and can get orders about the mission that you're being sent on. So, I suppose we should get introduced. My name is Yes Man."
Probably could have figured that out.
Yeah, you could have.
This is gonna be fun.
He keeps talking as you guys wheel along to another room in this top floor, and he's like, "Well, you don't have to introduce yourselves if you don't want to. It's just important that you know who I am, because you're going to have to talk to me to get to Six a lot. They're pretty busy a lot of the time, running the strip and all that."
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're really not a talkative bunch. I feel like I'm carrying the weight of this whole conversation, but that's okay. I'm a talker.
OJ is gonna, like, kinda just point at their lunchbox, taps at.
He looks and he's like, "What about it?"
They point to themselves.
he
Oh,
he he almost said, "You're a lunchbox," but then he like clicks what it is. And he's like, "Oh, your name. Do I just call you Orange Juice as a whole, or do you have a nickname?"
They sign out O and J.
OJ. That'll work. I mean,
They,
sometimes
nod.
people just call me, Yessie. Well, actually, only Six is allowed to call me that. But, yeah, no, Actually, you'd think I would get a nickname by now. Yes Man's kind of a mouthful.
2 syllables is quite a mouthful. You're right.
Do you enjoy being sarcastic? I can tell.
Makia just kind of smiles. He's like, only to you.
He's smiling, and you can see like his digital eyebrows like furrow, but he's still smiling. He's just like, I don't like you, and then he leads you into the next room. So you guys are led into a room that has a desk, but instead of having like a proper chair behind it, there's like a couch, which is not very professional. And you see lounging on the couch, messing with something on a clipboard, like writing, is someone laying there. But at the door being opened, they look over and they're like, Yessie! And they vault the desk and just jump at the big robot in front of you guys. Like, doesn't even notice you there. Just goes over and hugs the big robot. He's like, Hello, Six! I've got good news and new company! And, Six pulls away from Yes Man and then finally notices the crowd of people and is like, Oh, you guys finally made it! And I actually do have NPC art for this character. Only this one.
Just the one. Ooh. Ooh.
There they are. They look at you all and they're like, Hey, hi there! Oh my gosh, how you guys really made it. They're going from person to person, shaking hands vigorously, like, My name's Six. People used to call me Courier Six, but now it's just Six. Or Courier, I guess, if Six is weird. I mean, what's in a name, right? Huh.
OJ sweats.
Makia just kind of like with his robotic arm. I don't know where he is in relation to Yes Man and Six, but I'm imagining that he's sort of put right between Yes Man and Six, and he purposely, just as a little passive aggressive move, just kind of swerves his hand around his like robotic arm around Yes Man just to put it in front of Six for a handshake gesture.
Six shakes the hand and is like, Gosh, it's so great to finally meet you guys. I've been excited ever since I heard that I actually, found people who might be able to help with the whole problem and all that. My gosh, sorry. I'm a bit of a talker, and also I'm very hyped up on sarsaparilla. I'm gonna be very honest with you. You see, they absent-mindedly take one of Yes Man's very large robotic hands into both of their own as they're talking. And they look at you and it's like, well, my name's Six, I already told you, but I'd like to get to know the people I'm hiring. So, I guess, introduce yourselves. And they look at you all expectantly, just excited to meet new people. They seem like the kind of person that genuinely gets eager at like gatherings of people they've never met solely because they like to socialize.
Mac just kind of gestures to the rest of them like, come on.
OJ waves.
Mouthful of food. Millard steps forward. He's kind of like he's reacting to this energy, like you know how when somebody is extroverted, it's easier to interact with them. That's pretty much what Millward is feeling. So he's like stepping forward and like to shake his hand, like I'm just, my name's Millward. I just came from Nipton. Is all.
Nipton! Hey, how's Broody doing?
Grumpy as ever.
Oh, God, tell me about it. He still gets mad at me when I call him Broody.
God, I don't think I could ever call him that without walking and not walk away without an injury.
Yeah, he could try something with me, but I think he'd get in trouble for it.
God, I didn't even think about that. Wow.
So they look to Vienna. Are you still holding Vienna?
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, who are you? Oh my gosh.
This is Vienna.
I hired a dog. Oh my god, I can't wait to give you all the caps. You're gonna buy so many dog treats.
I'm gonna
Is at this
say,
point, Millard realizes that this dog has to get a cut of the reward, and he will make sure of it and give it many treats.
Vienna isn't paying attention to the actual conversation. Like, he doesn't realize that there are people talking about him. Like, he's been looking the other way the entire time.
6 puts a hand like a little bit behind Vienna's ear, not enough to touch, like, just snaps, as if trying to get Vienna's attention through sound.
Mm.
You good, dog?
Vienna doesn't know. Vienna's not paying attention.
I think your little sausage is deaf.
What? Really?
Yeah, look. No reaction, can't hear.
Huh. And Millard's kind of. Well, I'd say he'd snap his finger too, but he's wearing big fucking gloves.
Yeah.
But he's watching that. Like, wow. Guess we need to keep that in mind. I wonder if they know any commands with sign language? He glances over at OJ.
OJ kind of just looks like,
Oh, do you not talk?
yeah, OJ kind of just shrugs they kind of make a motion with their hand like, yeah.
Oh, that a way I could know your name?
They just kind of point at their lunchbox, points at the O.
Yes Man interjects like, they told me to call them OJ. Oh, that's a cute name. Wait, they? And 6 looks at you and is like, not a boy? Not a girl?
They tilt their head. What is gender?
6 just kind of chuckles and is like, oh no, I was just, same boat. Anyway, they look at Kevin. What about you? You're kind of hiding in the corner. Are you nervous? I'm sorry. I hope I'm not like overbearing.
Oh, no, it's fine. My name's Kevin.
What's your story?
Oh, I'm from the West Coast. I used to run cargo out on the West Coast.
Huh. That sounds neat. I actually haven't been outside the Mojave ever myself, but I hear other wastes are pretty interesting.
It's a lot.
Well, hopefully once this is all done, you can get settled wherever you want. Six seems like genuinely like it's not pity, it's genuine sympathy. Like, they can see the kind of person that Kevin is. And they're just like, like, I'll leave him be. Like, he's not going to talk. They introduce themselves to Lovebird, and Lovebird is, just as, like, sociable and like, hi, hello, and it's very, very much. I'll say that the only people who don't get introduced because they're just in the back of the group, or just they say hello, but there's no true greeting, is the players that aren't here. So that would be Squish, Muriel, Uh, anyone else I might be forgetting because I have bad brain worms.
Makia.
Oh, and then
Snuffles.
Makia. Then there's Makia, yes. So Makia is one who is there. So what the last person that Six looks at is Makia. Last person. So they look at Makia and they're like, so, what about your name?
Makia Samaya.
It's nice to meet you.
I want to see. Just real quick, would I want to see if fucking what was it? Six knows about Makia's accessory.
The arm?
His helmet,
Oh, the Manhunter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use like a DM's like, does this character have the lore knowledge, like forethought to think on it? I feel like I said, Six used to be a bounty hunter for a little bit. I feel like they would know.
Okay. So, with that in mind, Makia, sort of this entire time, has been holding something under his shoulder. He's been wearing the hat and not the mask. And he just takes the mask and just very casually puts it kind of right into Six's field of view so they can process what they're looking at.
A silent passage of realization kind of crosses their face, and they just shrug and nod, and then they're like, They look
And
at. Ooh, you first.
he just puts it back under his shoulder. That's it.
They look at Mr. Six, and they're like, who are you? Hey, do you need repairs? I, might have some spare Mr. Handy parts.
Oh my god, Six is dead.
We lost him. No, Mr. Six.
Oh, Six is dead. Shit.
Wait, can you hear me?
There you are, there you are. Yeah, so Six looks at you and is like, oh, hey, do you need repairs? Who are you?
Okay, Six kinda started disassociating in a way after Yes Man introduced himself, so he hadn't been paying attention at first. Until Six acknowledged it, just like, oh, yes, that'll be good to look through. I'm Mr. Six. Good to meet you.
Wait, Mr. Six?
Yes. Yes.
So, Six is just giggling like, you're Mr. Six, and I'm Mix Six.
Oh. Well, isn't that an interesting coincidence?
I'm pretty sure you've probably been hearing my name and mistaking it for years a bunch while you've been in town, huh? Well, stop making memes in the fucking chat. Six, says, well, you can call me the courier if it makes it easier for you.
myself to everybody around here. It's fine for me to simply call you Six.
All right. Well, let me know if you want any upgrades or anything. I got a bit of an eye for machines. Always have. And as they say that, they do kind of go from just holding Yes Man's robotic claw hand to just hugging Yes Man's arm.
I am intrigued.
Oh, actually, Yesy, can you leave me with them? And Yes Man's like, oh, sure thing. I'll go do some, rounds of the building. And he leaves, clearly delighted. And Six shuts the door behind Yes Man and looks at them and is like, hey, you guys got a package for me back in Prim, right?
Yeah. Millward digs into his bag and pulls out the box.
Oh my god.
He hands it over.
And they run over and grab the box and put it on their desk and they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And they just open the box and look into it and they're just like, yes. And if you guys recall what it is, if you don't recall, I'll tell you what it is. There were some very strange metal bands, but they were shaped weirdly and they seemed like magnetic in the middle. You had no idea why Six would want these, but Six is delighted to see them just, these are gonna change my life.
Oh?
Yeah,
Talks her.
yeah. And they seem like dreamy and far off as they sigh.
How so?
Oh,
If I may.
it's well, they're. Would you believe me if I told you they're wedding rings?
I'm willing to believe that, I guess.
They don't look like rings.
They've got to fit very special fingers. You just saw them. And then they motioned to the door where Yes Man left.
Oh my.
Oh,
OJ has a look of like, they're what? On?
wait, then why are there two?
I've got a lot of love to give.
Well,
You guys meet a fella named Victor yet?
Oh my god.
I don't remember.
And like, what was it? Mac just kind of like, he has a bit of, he like kind of stops for a second, like he's processing what he's saying. He's like, wait, you and Vic and I guess that makes sense.
For a while now. Gosh, it's been 5 years for both of them. I've waited a long time.
Suppose no one can stop you. You make the rules after all.
I fought damn hard to make these rules too, so you're right. No one can stop me now.
Well, congratulations.
Aw, thanks. I really do
Millward.
owe you for this.
OJ digs through their lunchbox. They find a like you know, like one of those like what's it called, the noisemaker or something. They put it into their mouth and they make a noise.
Millward, what did you want to do? Millward fucking dies.
No.
Sorry. My dad came in to ask how much longer we'd be, and I can't remember what Millward was going to do.
F. So, with that.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Sorry. He was just gonna be like, wink. We won't tell them anything.
Oh gosh, thank you. And they kind of smile and they're like, oh yeah, as part of the big thanks for doing this for me, and I'm not gonna force you guys to sit here and listen to the whole mission and all of that. You guys deserve a chance to actually look around this place, get to know it, do whatever the hell you want for a while. So, I'm gonna show you guys where you're staying. Come on, follow me. And Six stores the package before leading you guys out of the office and taking you back to the elevator. And they take you to a room, and you realize part of why this place is such a big tower is because it's not just a casino, there's a hotel area in like this big building. They take you to a place called the Presidential Suites. You guys get to stay in essentially New Vegas's lap of luxury.
So Makia kind of marvels at this. He's just like, yeah, maybe doing some more bourgeois contact work might have been a good idea.
Ugh, God. I'm technically bourgeois now. Ew.
Well, sleeping in here is a fucking spot better than sleeping in tents and brothels.
Yeah, I feel bad about the rest of the Mojave.
So everyone's in the suite, right?
There's multiple. You guys get your own rooms.
Okay, can Millward drop Vienna?
Millward will place Vienna on the ground if he gets wiggly.
He's getting all wiggly, and when he gets put down, he's fucking running. He's going back to that casino area, bitch.
Oh no!
Oh.
He runs after him like, oh no, I gotta keep an eye on this dog.
No, my gambling addiction.
Well, so with that, you guys are now set up in the presidential suite. You're all shown to your specific rooms. This floor is like your floor. And Six of you all is just like, I hope it doesn't seem like too much. I just thought you guys are going to be helping me with something that I need a lot of genuine help with, so I ought to help you as best as I can. I mean, I've got all these resources, and I like to use them.
Nice.
Wait, are we getting our own room?
Yep.
And
oh fuck yeah.
With his meat hand, I say his not his robot hand because he can't snap his fingers on his other hand. He just kind of snaps his fingers on like his normal hand. He's like, Six.
Yes?
Mick and Ralph still open?
It's actually Ralph and Mix now. They got in a fight.
I would like to get a long gun.
You stop by there. Or the Silver Rush. It's not actually run by the Van Graffs anymore. There's a... Man. Things have changed a lot, but Silver Rush is still around. They still got a lot of guns. And armor.
Sorry, I had to talk. Could you, say that again?
They also said that the Silver Rush is still open, and it's run by new management. So, they've got weapons and armor, too.
Yeah, Mark is just like, I would like to get a long gun.
Go for it. Everyone else, you're free to do whatever the hell you want. There's a lot of casinos. Gamora is good for if you want, well, you know. And, they make one lone hip thrust motion. Then, of course, there's the Tops, which is the classiest, or I guess swankiest joint. It's run by my good pal Swank. That's why I made the joke. Then of course there's the Ultralux, which is really fancy, like really fancy. But if you want fancy stuff, there's that. Casino 7 is run by my good gal Cass, but I think it's closed for the night. Don't know why. She said she was going to talk to me about it later. Oh, and then there's Iris. Iris is a good casino. It's for if you want to chill out. In multiple ways. There's drugs. There's drugs. I not a fan of that, but hey, I can't control what Gecko does. They're essentially telling you about all the different casinos on the strip and offering, just like you can go to whichever one you want, do whatever the hell you want.
I'm interested in those casinos.
Akia wants a gun.
Snuffles just wants to look. He wants to explore.
Vienna originally was going to the casinos, but then got chased back into with the rest of the group so that he could absolutely not hear what the fuck Six was saying. But I think Vienna is actually gonna follow Makia.
Oh, okay.
Take good care.
Wait, question, where are the pets staying?
They have a room.
They have a dog-sized room.
No, they have like a full-size room, but there's multiple beds, and there's like 3 beds in that room, and each bed is for a different pet. Like there's a bed for Snuffles, there's a bed for Muriel, there's a bed for Vienna, and yes, they are full human-sized beds for these fucking tiny dogs.
Excellent.
Nice.
Millward cries inwardly, wanted to share bed with Puppy, but that's okay. Puppy deserves full bed.
Puppy can still sleep with you if you want.
I think Mr. Six is like, look over to Six and just, if possible, would I be able to check over the extra parts?
Oh, sure. Come with me. I can just help get you situated.
Okay, lead the way.
Six smiles and, leads the other 6 along. With that, you guys are free to do as you want, but before I send you running wild like the pack of dogs you are, it's time for a break.